Hello and welcome back to I Create For You. My name's Lori and we're doing another ghost story in Ghosts Among Us. Now these stories, I think that in this series of this book deal with photographs of ghosts. So this one is called Say Cheese. What a waste of money, said Jude Hufflefells when she looked through the envelope of just printed photographs. She and her mother had gone on a ghost hunting expedition with Dale Kazmarek of the Ghost Research Society in Illinois. Jude had indulged in a roll of expensive infrared film, the temperature-sensitive film that ghost enthusiasts often use to capture apparitions. The group had visited the infamous Bachelor's Grove Cemetery in Chicago, Illinois, on a summer day in 1991. Established in 1864, the old cemetery was rumored to have once been a dumping site for gangsters' victims, and accounts of ghost sightings are overwhelming. Dale had us go through the cemetery in pairs, while the rest of the group waited, Jude said. My mom and I walked through together. In one place I stood there and turned in a circle, taking a photo from every angle. The resulting photographs at first seemed unremarkable, but as Jude looked through them again, she gasped. There, off to the side of one picture, was the distinctive figure of a person sitting atop a grave. I didn't notice it at first because it was on the edge of the picture, she told me. She and her mom are both positive there was no one there when the photographs were taken. No one but a ghost, that is. Though Jude's amazing photograph was featured in the Chicago Sun and in several ghost books and can be found on various websites, she is not getting rich or famous. In fact, until this writer offered her a modest fee to use the photo, no one had offered or paid her so much as a nickel. It never occurred to her to try to make money from something she simply found fascinating. And that's the end of that one. That was a short one. This is the photograph that was taken. And as you can see, over here is what they're talking about. There's a figure sitting on a tombstone in the graveyard. So she just barely captured that apparition. And it's a good thing she did go and buy that expensive film. I've never heard of that film before, but that's pretty interesting. I wonder if there's like, if you take your phone or something, I wonder if there's something you can download, an app or something, or maybe just some kind of camera function that can allow you to do the same thing. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? They come out with these new things. I'm going to try to draw that ghost on a tombstone. They came out with I don't know if you guys ever follow ghost hunters or the paranormal people, but I know that some of the ones that Mark watches, they actually have and are able to use things that supposedly communicate, like let them communicate, like necrometer and spirit talker, they're called apps, and supposedly the spirits can converse with you through that while you're hunting. In this picture, it actually looks like it's a woman. So I'm going to not do the face so much as a profile because she is kind of just a blurriness, blurry figure, blurry, I don't know what you would want to call it. So I'm just going to try to do this. The best that I can, because it looks like she's got shoulder length hair. So I will try to do that. In fact, I will do it so ghostly. I gotta learn to sketch a little darker so you guys can really see what I'm doing. I'm having a lot of trouble with this face. I'm going to move on and then come back to it. And it looks like, I think she had her arms crossed, like laying on her lap. This is a sucky picture that I'm drawing, let me tell you. It looks like she has one foot here, and then she kind of has her other foot just out. And this one's like down like that. And she has like a nightgown on, so I will like do it like this so you can still see her, kind of see her legs sticking out. And this is supposedly the gravestone that she's sitting on. And it's a somewhat kind of weird one. It's like squared off in a way that it's just weird. I've never seen a gravestone that thick that's that flat. But I am so sorry with all this erasing. Probably shaking you guys all over the place. Okay. Now we get back to the face. I'm just going to leave it blank and I'm going to go like this. Since it's ghostly, it's a ghostly apparition. That will be her sitting on her tombstone. I don't no name. She should have went over and got well, she didn't even know until she developed it, so that would have been stupid for me to say. But this is her. This is a better photo of this lady just sitting on her gravestone. That is so sad. Can you imagine just sitting for eternity on your own gravestone? I have a few things I want to show you that I told you that I would. I had gotten this book at the library book sale, The Inn at Old Faithful, and this book was of the inn. We got lucky to find it, and I did do Mark's pictures that he took, and I should start with, I will start with the outside. This is the entrance into it. That's the entrance into the hotel itself. This is an outside picture. And that right there is me. That's the outside. It's a very big hotel. Huge. There's another picture of my chubby self, which I'm no longer that chubby, thank goodness. That's the building. Here's another one. I think I should move them over so you can see a little better. Now we'll go into the inside. When you walk in, this is like the lobby area. This is, and Mark took this from the second floor. That's me next to that fireplace doomajiggy up there. Let's see if I can make sense of these so when I show them to you it doesn't get, it's not all over the place. When you look up toward the ceiling, this is from down below with a view of the ceiling. And here's one of the different floors that they have. This is where Mark took a picture. I was over here somewhere, but this is one of those floors upstairs. Then he went down the hallway and he took some other pictures that I'll show you. Here's a staircase that he took going down that was blocked. I have no idea why. Everything is that wood. That's another one of a staircase. This is to go up to the next floor and then the next floor up. And then he took pictures of the rooms that were there. These are the doors, and the heavy logs are in the inside too. Some of the doors he took pictures of. I don't know why he took so many pictures of the doors, but he did. Here's one. And then this is, I think this one is room 13. And see, this couldn't go, you couldn't go up that either. So this one was the very last picture, and he took a picture of the inside of a room. So that's what the inside of a room looks like now when you go in there. It's pretty rustic still. But yes, he did take pictures and took a lot of them, and I hope that you enjoyed that. I didn't have them when I did the book, and I wish I did, because that would have been something awesome to add to it, but I'm adding to it now. But yeah, that was the big building. I mean, that place is huge. And now it's all in there are gift shops on the first floor. And look at how, this is how it looked. This looks so ghostly. They did it much nicer on the inside now. But yeah, here's where I was standing. The big fireplace in there. But yeah, there's a dining, they made a dining area with a fireplace. We didn't get to that. I think that's probably what was blocked off. But I thought I would share that with you. And there's another picture. Not quite sure. This looks like the place the fireplace where I was standing. I guess this is a picture of back in the day, but in color. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't seen that, I have several stories out of the Old Faithful, about Old Faithful, in some of my other videos, and please check them out if you haven't. And one more thing that I'm going to show you. I also got this book, and this is awesome because this is where I live. This is the town that I live in. So I found this, and as we go through this, I'm going to take you to these places since it's right where I live. Now, one in here that I just saw when I was flipping through here was of Witchcraft Hill, which is one story that I've already told, and so you can look up that one too. Witchcraft Road, yeah, Witch's Hill. And I also did the Phantom of Five Locks. So I have those 2 videos on already, and those 2 videos are actually me there at those spots. So you'll get what it looks like now with the story. So that's awesome also. And I plan on doing some more of these stories in here. I'm going to find out where all these places basically are, and then we are going to Dragon Cave. That's awesome. But we're going to go to these places and see what this is just up the street from me, like 2 blocks away, this place. So yeah, there's all kinds of stories in here, and we're going to go through these, but we're going to go through these. I can even drive there. That's the next town, a town that's a little over from us. But I can take you to these places, and that is so awesome. That's what I want to do. And this is just right up the road from me too. I didn't know it was haunted. This is awesome. I'm learning stuff too about the town that I grew up in, where I was born and raised. So that's awesome. So this is the main street. I don't even know if I could find. This is the movie house where I grew up. Was like see, 2 blocks this way is where I was born and raised. This theater is still here to this day. And if you go this way, the end of this road and turn down, that's where I live now. The other end of Hamburg. But yep, I will go through there, and that'll be great because I would love to do that. And maybe I'll do it as a live. I don't know. Maybe I'll get my courage up and do it as a live. The only problem sometimes when I do it as a live is I don't have another computer to look on. So maybe because I'm showing you the different places, I can see your chat. I really want to see your chat. The only other way thing I could think of is to have Mark read the chats as I'm walking. That could be another way of doing it, but I'd like to do some lives like that. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. There's plenty more, and this summer I really plan to get out and go to the exact places that the stories are derived from. Just stay happy, stay healthy, stay creative, stay creepy. Stay tuned for more. There's going to be pretty many more things to come. And also, happy Easter. Bye bye for now.